Welcome everyone to another episode of Bruvcast. I'm Raj.
I'm mate.
What's going on, bruv?
Everything, isn't it? Everything's going on, man. It's back.
It's 13th.
Back to school.
13th of Jan, man. We might as well name the date so people know how close to the drop date we record.
Can't even say Happy New Year anymore.
You can't.
No,
it's not appropriate.
I did say it today to someone, and then I followed up with a customer. Can we still say that? Well, we can now. You already said it, innit?
Yeah, it's done. And then they'll be like, oh, this guy's got dead chat today.
Bro,
I don't get imagine nothing.
Not just today, man.
You know when I say something to someone,
yeah,
like in conversation,
yeah.
As I'm saying the words, I know this is dead ass chat.
Yeah.
Gussy or conversation, but like that's all I have in the moment, especially when it's someone that you don't really know that well.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah,
So
we tried to put those shelves up, but we didn't really know whether it was the right screw or the drill bit. And in your head, you're saying this person must be bored out of their skull with what you're saying. Get out of this conversation. There's no need for you to be here. Get out of this conversation. Doesn't that happen to you, bruv?
Yeah. As in, if you're a third wheel in a conversation.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're a third wheel, it's a different situation, bruv. What? So you're observing two people talking, and you're like, I've got nothing. Bruv.
I've got no skin in the game, man. And do you know what? I don't even want to have skin in the game because you know what? Before you think to yourself that you're just not there. Does that make sense? But you know what it is? Sometimes you've got nothing to. As you get older, you've got nothing to contribute to a conversation because you've either been there or done it, or you're not in that phase of life anymore. Does that make sense? You're thinking about other things because, like right now, if you've got a kid, pretty much most of your conversations that you're going to have with other people is around being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Less so going on holidays, less so work stuff because you're trying to switch off from all that because that's the priority right now is that, or if you're moving house, that's the priority. When you've got people who have none of that, the only thing that they might talk about is all the leisurely stuff that you go through. And does that make sense?
So in those situations, like
I'm finished, bro. I'm like, you know what? Is it rude if I get my phone out here? That's how I don't care, bro.
Do you get your phone out?
Sometimes I do, bro. Sometimes I don't care anymore, bro. It is what it is. You judge me, man. If you think I'm rude, isn't it?
So two people are chatting.
Oh, this could be family.
They're like, oh god, oh yeah, I love backpacking. I love going on this. Oh yeah, I went to Nepal. It was really nice. And while that's going on, in your mind, you're like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, do you know what? When you're actually in. So let's switch roles up. Yeah. Now I'm in the conversation. We're talking about whatever we're talking about because I've got someone who's on the same wavelength and wants to talk about that. But this other person is all going over their head, or they're not interested because it's not relevant to what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you're that person in that conversation, you know what you're doing, bro. You know what's going on.
You're alienating.
Because if the person who feels that they're being alienated can feel it, the person who's doing it can,
Yeah. I think you should have that awareness, though.
You should, man. You should. Some people, but sometimes that conversation is so engrossed. You're so engrossed in it because it's so recent and relevant for you that you want to get someone's view on things, so you carry it on, innit? And you're like, I'll catch up with this person after, man. And it's casual.
I thought I'd just leave them on the sidelines on their phone.
But don't worry, man. Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
I used to go to these like networking meetings.
Yeah, what were they called back in the day?
Breakfast networking.
No.
My sister used to take the piss of it.
No, yeah. I mean, you used to tell me about this one, innit? Remember? You used to
BNI.
That's BNI. It. You used to come, like...
Shout out BNI. Do you know what? I learned a lot from it, man.
You do.
I learned a lot from it, and the reason I'm bringing it up is, okay, just to give some like context of what it is. There's different chapters, which is a different group all over London, all over the world, actually. And no, it's not a pyramid scheme before anyone starts to
Wait, before you say that, yeah, the way Raj is trying to recruit me, yeah, I was like, how much am I gonna have to put in? I think he thought I was an easy sell because I've got history.
It's not a fucking pyramid scheme, man. It's not a fucking pyramid scheme. You know when most people say it's not a pyramid scheme, it is a fucking pyramid scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme, but you just got to tell your friends, and then if they tell their friends, then you make money.
No, I remember what you said to me. You said, just get your company to sponsor you 500, and that's cash, bro. And I was like, where have I heard this before?
You had heard it before, though, innit?
No, go on. It wasn't it. Just to be clear, it wasn't.
It's not a pyramid scheme. All it is they have different chapters all over London or all over the world, and you have a group of people that meet every day on that. Maybe every Wednesday, for argument's sake, and they meet in a venue, and in that venue you have someone that represents a bunch of different a single industry. So you might have an accountant, you might have a lawyer, you might have a web designer, you might have a plumber, you might have an electrician. So it's just like any random kind of collection of people who can offer a service or a trade, and the whole idea is you refer. So you give them a referral, they give you a referral, and you have this you have a 30-second picture of what you're looking for, what would be a good referral for you, and then you ask the group to ask their friends. That's basically what it is. It's just a way to kind of generate leads for and it's across different industries, right? The reason I'm bringing it up is that when we did that, they had loads of training sessions, not loads, but a bunch of different training sessions as we, came, if you come into it. I don't know if they still do that anymore, but it's interesting because they taught you about, dynamics when it comes to networking events and meeting people, room dynamics, how to work a room and all of that kind of thing. And one of the things that they said is this scenario, right? So if you're having a conversation with someone, even your body language in that conversation can close off the group. So let's say there's 3 of you, and there's a 4th person that wants to get in and wants to kind of participate in the conversation, but it's not inclusive because the way everyone's facing each other, and there's not one person that's kind of outwardly showing a way in. And if you are the person that notices that and you do that, then you may you inviting that person to come and join. So it's kind of more of an inclusive way to help others network, because it can be intimidating, especially if you're difficult to go out there and you're more introverted, whatever it is. So yeah, it was a good thing that I learned from that, man. Loads of other I'm still useless at it, bro. I still, when it comes to networking events, sometimes I'm okay, but there's on some days, bro, don't seriously. I mean, you're grimacing. You're like, nah, bro, you're not. It is true, man. It depends on your mood, man.
It does.
Sometimes your mood's a bit off, or
I think you used to go.
You're not in the right flow.
You went to it regularly, didn't you?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
When I went to conferences and places where I need to network, it was always every yearly thing, innit? Right? So by that year, you've recharged and you're ready to go again, innit? And then by the time you're done, I can't. But the lead up to something, I would never be up for it. And then when I fly out there, you get there, and then I don't know what it was, but when you walk into this conference hall and you see all the colors and lights and you just get that buzz to speak again. But I guess when you're doing it, and that's infrequent, right? But I guess when you're doing, I think you used to go every Friday.
Yeah, it was every Friday.
Yeah. So you're right, man. You're right. You have to be in the right frame of mind, because not every day, your mood, the setting, the weather, the time of year.
Yeah, if you're doing it consistently, it helps. At that point, I was making loads of connections. I was networking like crazy back then, because I was in a different role.
Yeah.
Doing different stuff. But
did you because when you were in that previous role, did you use any of those contacts?
Yeah, I made money, man. I got leads because I was trying to do consultancy for it was web design stuff. So I was trying to kind of get.
What made you go to BNI though? Just out of curiosity, just what made you reach out there?
I can't remember what it was, man. I think I don't know how I came across it. I must have just randomly heard about it somewhere.
Yeah.
Then I was like, let me try. And it sounds so extreme because you had to literally, I'd have to be in London Bridge at 7:00 in the morning.
Man.
Which is extreme.
Yeah.
But then you think to yourself, the people that are willing to get out of bed
it's the 1%
and be there at that time are going to be committed to not only give you leads, but also get leads from you, right? So it was. I was like, bro. Back then, I was like, I'm just gonna try a little bit of everything, man, to see what you learn in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good, man. Good experience. Anyway, how do we get onto this? Oh yeah, we were talking about dynamics and dynamics. What do you want to start with? Do you have something to talk about?
Yeah. I mean,
do you have a struggle?
It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle with locks and doors. It happened again, man.
What happened again?
So do you remember the time I went to, so we've got a mutual friend, Raj and I've got Raj went to uni with this guy. I lived with him, with Raj. And I think you weren't there. I think you were away. I don't know where you were, bruv. But me, Anthony, and Ash.
Fernandez,
yeah. We went to Stoke Mandeville back in, was it 2008? No, it must have been 2007, 2008. And do you remember when I went for a shower and obviously
oh shit. I know this story.
I went for a shower because we were going out that night in Stoke Mandeville in Aylesbury.
Ash's house, bro. Yeah. Okay, there. Yeah. It was Ash's house.
What's the address? I might as well give that as well.
We'll put it in the description. Anyone wants to go and investigate. You want to go and get trapped in that room, bro? You go.
And there was no warning. There's a downstairs bathroom, really nice shower room, yeah, bro. And the thing is, that was 2008. This shower was digital. Obviously, you wouldn't expect any less, yeah. It was digital. Have you ever seen? I have not seen a digital shower since.
In what sense? Were the door locks digital, like those locks that you have in the trains?
The shower. Forget the door and the lock and everything. I'm going to get to that, yeah. But I'm just going to give you the detail. That shower, I still remember to this day because I spent a long time in there. But that shower, yeah, had, you know, the temperature. You know, you have thermostatic valves. Right now, it's still the red and blue, or the H and C. Yeah, this was digital, so it tells a temperature up to 40 degrees.
And, I don't know what guy Negro.
I mean, that was 2008, but this is Jimmy Neutron's house at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Anyway, so I go into the shower. You know how I like my shower, bro. Hot in it, yeah. And then when it came to leaving the shower, and this is a cubicle, yeah, I couldn't get out.
You're in Ash's shower downstairs.
Downstairs, yeah.
And it's all LED everything.
LED everything, yeah.
Professional.
Fresh, yeah. You feel like you're...
Well, I'm not making sense of the context, bro.
Bro. You feel like you're in, you know, Dexter's laboratory, bro, yeah? Anyway.
Is there someone, there's a towel, do towel hands come out? Hands
dry me, I wish. And put talcum powder on my ass. Yeah. Listen to this. Obviously, we had just played 21. We were drinking and we played 21. So there's 4 of us in this house. 3 of them are outside, obviously, and the music is blaring. I'm trying to get out of the shower. This shower's hot now, yeah, because it's the steam, yeah, coming off, yeah, because of how hot I went, yeah, with the shower. And
wait, hold on, how hot?
Bro, it was hot, bro.
What? Give me a Celsius.
I don't know, man. It must have been.
All right, look. So average is what? 20, 22?
I'd say between 22 and 30. Yeah.
Oh, so you were going?
Yeah, it was hot. Yeah. Oh, maybe I was just starting to sweat because the the door wouldn't open.
Okay.
And I got a bit. Obviously, I suffer from claustrophobia, right? Who doesn't? Yeah. And I thought this steam was so hot. Yeah, I couldn't even. It was getting to a point where I was like, I feel like I can't breathe, man. Yeah. And obviously, I'm explaining it in a very calm and cool way, but I wasn't calm and collective yet when I was in there. And what got to me was the fact that there's no one can hear me. So I was shouting out. The only one I'd call was Fernandez, yeah, because obviously he uses Audi Clean, innit? Yeah, so I knew his ears would look fast.
I'm banging on this shower. Where's Audi Clean?
It's I think it's hydrogen peroxide for your ears, yeah. Probably not good for you based on recent studies. Fernandez, stop using that stuff. It's killing your eardrums. Anyway. I'm banging on the shower. No one can hear me, man. The music is so loud. Yeah.
Can you hear the music?
I'm starting to shake. I'm starting to shake the door. Yeah. The actual shower cubicle door. Yeah.
So you're inside you're not inside the bathroom. You're inside the cubicle.
In the cubicle. Because the door wouldn't open. Right.
Okay.
And then after about 5 or 6 minutes of relentless shout, maybe even 10 minutes, yeah, someone turns the music down, and then obviously Fernandez hears me finally, yeah.
So it was him that heard you.
Yeah, it was him. He's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong, mate?"
That's exactly how you would say it.
And you just gotta open it from the top. Open the shower door from the top. That's what he says, yeah. And he starts laughing, obviously, and then I open the shower from the top, literally open. Yeah, there was not, bro. Why can't people have normal shower doors, bro? Like,
what do you mean it opens from the top?
Yeah, basically there was no handle to open the shower door. It wasn't sliding. It was just opening, but there was no handle, so you had to open it from the top. There's a little lip,
but you couldn't push it. It wasn't working.
No, it was not working. So I think he'd still need to repair that, obviously, right? You think someone would give you a heads up, innit?
No, Ash would not. No. He's the last person to give you a heads up, bro. Exactly.
So next time he comes to my house, bro, I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna lock the door. I'm like, you just got to open it. Anyway, so
now you have you're scarred.
I've been traumatized ever since, bro. Yeah.
Just one thing I want to add to this story. When you told me this story, you told it to me, and then Fernandez told it to me.
Yeah.
Fernandez said all he could hear was help, help.
Hey, whatever, man. I can't remember. My memory's hazy. What are you talking about? It was a long time ago. Why are you going back thinking that old shit? You weren't even there, man.
You remember the digital fucking shower, bro? Yeah. You don't remember that?
Yeah. You know what?
And then
you know what?
And then I asked you, I was like, bro, was it that bad? And you're like, well, I thought I was gonna die.
It was fucking hot, man. It's like Ross in Friends, bro, when he went to get a tan. That's how panicky I was. It was bad, man. I remember the help bit now. I was wondering, I was saying something, but what was it? What was I saying? Yeah, it was help, man.
I can't imagine that, bro. That's jokes. And then, okay, so this happened many moons ago. Okay, yeah. So you're telling me there's been a repeat incident?
Yeah, well, similar, but obviously I held my cool this time because I'm married and I'm a father of 2, innit?
Okay, what happened?
So I went during Christmas Eve, I think it was, or Christmas Day. Doesn't matter. It was one of those days. And I went to my sister-in-law's for Christmas this year in Essex. And they have this communal toilet upstairs. Yeah, so she lives in a house, kind of like a townhouse. Yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone's downstairs. Yeah, so about 6 adults and 2 children, bruv, and a dog. Yeah? I went upstairs to the toilet, and I knew there was something wrong with the lock. Yeah? But I just didn't feel comfortable going. Bro, there's too many people in the house. Bro, you know what? If there's something wrong with your lock and it doesn't lock in your bathroom, and it's only you, the missus, and you and the missus, or you, missus, and one other person, it is what it is. People know how that house works, isn't it? They know the situation when the door's closed. But there's too many people in here. There's people who don't live here, right? In this place. I was like, I'm locking this, man. Yeah? I'll figure it out after.
Oh, so you weren't comfortable in keeping the door unlocked?
Nah, man. Like, what if someone just walks in?
What were you doing, number 1 or number 2? I'm just so that I know.
Number 1, isn't it?
Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah. Number 1's not bad. So walks in on you doing a number 1. It's cash, bro.
That's another thing as well, though. If it was even if it was number 2, that's definitely getting locked. Yeah, I'll just have to tell the missus, I'm going number 2. I'm knocking the door. You better be there when I need you. Keep your phone on you. I didn't take my phone, obviously.
Oh, you didn't take your phone?
No, I didn't, man.
Oh yeah, because number 1 is cash, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, and then what happened was, obviously, after washing my hands and everything, I went to unlock this door. And I thought I should. It's one of those latch locks, the turn.
The thumb lock. Kind of
like a thumb lock. It was pretty much a thumb lock. And obviously, music is loud again.
Was it the same song, bro?
No, fucking George Michael.
It's Christmas, isn't it?
The shit's going on. People cooking. and
kids screaming,
and everyone's in the kitchen. Actually, my one of my brother-in-laws was in the living room, which was where the stairwell to the stair, going upstairs is. And I had to casually bang in it. Back, knock, knock. Hey. Yeah.
So what? It wasn't. So you could not open it.
No, I couldn't open. I tried, and I think the door would have broken it. It was like I felt like if I try even more, I'm going to permanently break something. So I thought, you know what? No. And then you know what? In these situations, always the wrong person comes up, bro. Yeah. Guess who came up? My youngest daughter. Yeah. Daddy, are you in the toilet? Okay, yeah. Are you locked? Can you open the door? That lock's broken. She's telling me everything, all the facts about that lock. I was like, can you go get mummy, please? Yeah. She's like, yeah, 1 second. But it took her ages. I think she forgot. Yeah. And then obviously Nish comes up and then she's like, bro, this is when the panic set in. I thought when Nish came out, I was like, fine, great. Yeah. She couldn't open it. She couldn't open it. Yeah. And then I thought, it's cash. They haven't got Kunal over. I was like, maybe I should panic when Kunal can't open it. Yeah. Anyway, Kunal didn't have to come. Nish got it open in the end.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie. For a moment there, the flashback of 2008. Yeah. No, there's no window.
You're right back.
Yeah. This is a smaller one as well. This is a smaller toilet. Yeah. But and then I went downstairs and I was like to my brother-in-law, could you hear me banging? He goes, oh, was that you? I thought that was one of the kids. I was like, no, man, it was me. So, yeah, man. I don't think there should be... pretty soon, I'm going to have to start leaving doors off the hinge, bro. I'm sorry. And scar people for life, bro.
We're just open. Just open. You should... You know what? In the movie here, he says, if you're going toilet, there's no lock, so sing.
Just sing, innit?
Just sing while you're doing your work.
That's all right, bro. But when you got people blaring music like George Michael, there's nothing in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you solve that, man.
You can't solve it. It just happens.
My uncle, that happened to my uncle once, bro. We were at someone's house in Leicester. I can't remember why we're there. I think it was one of them situations where, where they have there was some ceremony for someone going on, and there was a gap in the day. So then everyone needed to go somewhere, and then we went to someone's house, and no one knew. Even the people who lived there didn't know that the door was suspect, right? And I remember Gaka going in.
But wait, how long until someone found him?
Nah. It was a small house. There, so bear man's everywhere, bro. Instant alarm, bro. Yeah, it was like call bro. I had to get pliers. From the outside, because it was so stuck. They had to jimmy it open with some pliers.
Do you know what? You should always look, guys. I'm going to advise people here. Yeah, this is advice. I know how we always
public service announcement.
Yeah. When you go to the toilet, tell someone. Yeah, look, if I'm going for number one. If I'm not out in 3-4 minutes, you come get me. Send help. Yeah. Okay, you're going for number 2. Yeah, just be like, look. I'm going for 10. Yeah. Just come and get me. Don't come before 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Don't come before Pele, because the door's going to be open. I don't want you walking in and seeing that.
I was smelling it from outside. That's it, man.
No, but I think if you're having anyone at your house, you should do your due diligence, man.
You should do your due diligence.
You should just have it. You should have it sorted out. Have a look, or have a system in place so that your guests are aware it's working, it's not working, and what the mechanics are.
No, man, no. The system is, as soon as someone who's been to your house, even if they've been to your house before but they don't live there, everyone who walks through the door, even if they come for Jamban or whatever, yeah, bro, yeah, when they walk through the door, you say, yep. All right, it's been a long time. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. But also say to them, shoes are there, toilets go there. Also, the toilet lock is not working. So we have a system. If you go to the toilet, let someone know. just in case you get locked in there, so we can let you out, bro. Just tell everyone. Or
regardless
I'll
of if
tell
they're
you
coming
what.
for chai piwa, like literally for like a 10-minute
Bro,
drop
even
in.
if your neighbor comes by to drop over the pots and pans they borrow next day or the sugar, yeah, just say, look, the toilet's not working. But he's like, I'm not coming in, but it's fine. The toilet's not working. Or I tell you what, to save yourself the hassle, man, get the goddamn lock fixed, innit? Just get it fixed. Now, you know what? I say that, right? There's a lock in my parents'. I don't know if you remember this. In my parents' house, downstairs, there's two. There was a bathroom with a toilet, which you know, right?
Yeah.
But do you remember the toilet on its own?
Oh, bro, I can't remember. Maybe.
There's a toilet on its own, which no one uses ever, yeah? Inside the house. And one day, my daughter went in there when we went back to stay there for like a couple of years back. She got locked in there because the thumb turn.
It was too stiff.
It got too stiff. No, it didn't get stiff. It just kept turning and turning.
Oh, yeah. So shit.
Yeah, so I couldn't even do anything from the outside, because if I did it from the outside, in the end, we just had to obviously calm her down, right? And
that's hard, man.
I think that's what it was. And then we had to jimmy it, and then it opened up, and that's when I thought to myself, this runs in the blood, bro. Yeah. And then
she's inherited the curse.
Yeah. Yes, ever since then, no one goes in there. And also, that toilet lock still isn't fixed, bro. Still, it's like a trademark. Anyway, it is what it is. You know, the worst thing is when it comes to doing toilet. Yeah, go to a toilet. The funniest thing you could ever do is someone's at the most vulnerable when they're doing a number two and you open the door up on them. They got nowhere to go. There's nothing. All dignity is lost. Yeah. There's nothing left in imagination. Nothing. You'll never live that down, bro.
You can't unsee it.
Yeah. Anyway.
And that will be forever etched in your mind.
Yeah. So that's my struggle, man. Look, man, if you got a lock that's not working, yeah, fix it.
In that scenario, who is it more embarrassing for?
Yeah, good point. No, definitely the person on the receiving end, isn't it? Because you can't even. Sorry, I forgot. What do you do when you come out? After you come out, one, you're thinking, "Sorry, I forgot to lock the door," or the lock.
I would not explain it.
The lock's broken.
I would not explain it. I would carry on like it never happened.
Like you're in a coma for those 5-10 minutes. Fair enough. Yeah, it's probably the best way.
I'd go back and carry on the conversation I was having with that person 10 minutes ago.
But you know the thing is, when you're having that conversation, if that thought creeps into your mind and you start smirking like a weirdo, bro, you know that smirk, because it's like, do you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about, yeah. And then you can't live it down then, because then the other person's like, what is this idiot doing? I thought we were past it. I thought we're moving beyond it.
Would you always say that? Please don't tell anyone else.
What is it? That is it.
You know, that's something you never forget. Every time, even if you don't see that person, you see that person less than once a year, you always remember this is the guy, this is the person that walked in on. And then
you wouldn't know. You couldn't forget that. Yeah. I don't think you could ever live that down, man.
Oh my god. Anyway,
but I think that's why it's not worth taking the risk.
No, just lock it.
If you went back, let's say you're going to someone's house,
yeah,
and they tell you, look, you got to be careful with that toilet.
Yeah.
And it's like they basically follow your guidance. They're like, we heard your public service announcement, and here's your BR, whatever. Make yourself at home. If you're going upstairs, make sure the toilets you don't lock it because the lock is broken. but you really need a number two. What do you do in that situation?
You hold it, man.
No, you can't hold. This one's not going to hold.
I don't know. You got to go, innit? You got to go.
So, okay, fine. Do you lock?
Yeah.
You lock?
Yes. You know what?
Even though you know you're going to be in there for a couple of hours.
You have to lock, man. You have to lock. It is what it is. I thought I told you not. But I'll be like, look, I know you did, but at the end of the day, I'm not in my own house. I don't know. There's people here who I don't know. It's like, what do you do then? Do you wait? It's an embarrassing situation either way. You either lock the toilet and you protect your dignity, and obviously you might not make it out. Yeah.
What do you mean? You're going to die, bro?
Make it out the toilet for hours, maybe. Or do you tell someone that you're going to the toilet so everyone then knows not to come? But then you can't take your time if it's a number two because they're going to know you did a number two in someone else's toilet. Yeah. All right. I think that's enough talk, bro.
I mean, yeah, bro, I could talk about this for hours, bro. Okay. Well, it was an interesting struggle. I've got one that is coming from a listener. So this one is, you know who sent this? Mm-hmm. The person has said, I don't want you to say my name, but you can cite me as Anonymous Patel. So this is from Anonymous Patel, bro, yeah?
Patel.
There could be many of them, but this is Mr. Anonymous Patel or Mrs. Anonymous Patel. So for the past few months, I've been listening to the song APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. My kids got into it too. My dad, as all grandparents do, starts taking an interest and singing along with the kids, and he butchered it with his own version. And his own version, I don't know if it's going to make sense without me playing the song to you. So I'm going to very quickly play a few snippets of the chorus of the song, because I had a brother, I live in my head in the sand, so I didn't even know what this song was, bro.
Red hearts, that's what I'm on, yeah. Come give me something I can feel. Don't you want me?
So this is the intro bit, and then we get into the chorus. So that chorus is pate, whatever it is, yeah. So this person is saying that his dad sings it like this, pachi, ache, pachi, ache. And now my kids are doing the same. It's cringe and it's funny at the same time because I can't sing it now without hearing their remix version. But his kids went one step further and now changed it to I'm Patel, I'm Patel. If you share the struggle, please feel free to sing it along. And there we go. So that's the song officially, is I Patel. Now you've heard it. I don't think you can unhear it. Whenever I hear that song now, I'm going to hear him saying I'm Patel. So that's now a Patel anthem. So thank you, Mr. Anonymous Patel, for sharing that. He also said, have you guys ever had a favorite song butchered by your family singing their own version of it? And I wanted to ask you that question.
I can't remember if I have, to be fair. I'm sure there has been, but obviously you mentioning this, back in the day, when you're in the car and someone has radios on, or your parents have all the latest movie tips cassettes.
Yeah, tips.
I'm sure he used to butcher songs then. I haven't heard my dad sing a song for a while.
You know what?
That used to be like one of his party tricks. After he's had a few and he gets the beer bottle and starts singing the beer bottle back in the day. Yeah? Yeah, go on.
This is... You mentioning tips has reminded me of when that movie came out. Mekilai Tuanari. Yeah, and then it was Akshay Kumar, that song he did with Shilpa. Chura ke dil mera. My dad would sing it, Chura ke mera dil, goriya chali. Yeah. So he would butcher the whole intro of it. But then another song that he would butcher And I only realized that it was a butchered song many, many years after he actually sang it to us, because he would consistently sing this song to us, like on the way to school, or when he was dropping us off to high school. Cliff Richard, we're all going on a summer holiday. So he sings it like this: "We're all going on a summer holiday," and then he goes don 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 don, and then Cliff Richard says, "We're going where the sun shines brightly." You know what my dad says, bruv?
Yeah, go on.
A go to oh, the sun shine brightly. Whiskey is blue. No words, bro. No words. Just sounds.
Just sounds.
A go to what does that mean, bro? So I thought that was the lyrics, man. And it was only until many, many years later that I realized that no. Sir Cliff Richard was not saying sounds, he was saying words, and he was singing them. So that's the closest that I have. Oh, then related to that, when we, so where our house was,
yeah,
there was so there was a gay couple living like just down the road from us, 2 women, okay, and Dad must have spoken to them, and then he put 2 and 2 together, right? You figured out what the deal was in the situation. And then he comes home and he goes, "Hello, Ato, be a librarian, nuggets."
Librarians.
I was like, "What?" and then he, the reaction, he knew that he had said something wrong, and then he was like, "Nah, ulu easy bien." It's okay, bro. He was clutching.
Oh man, easy bien.
So yeah, that's the closest I have to parents butchering not only songs but words. We have mentioned it. I think we've mentioned this in the previous podcast. Though.
I was going to say, when he butchers a song, what do you do? Do you laugh?
Well, I didn't know with Cliff Richard. I thought that was a song. I think with the other one, I was like, "Yeah, Dad, you're not singing it right." But he doesn't care, bro. He doesn't take the feedback on board.
Nah, it's too late.
He's like, "No, this is how the song is now.
Yeah.
This is the way." They should have sung it like this. They sang it wrong.
I think when kids, the thing is, kids will, if you're butchering something, when you're a certain age, you're always going to try to emulate the person you look up to, innit, and you're older. So, but watch, pretty soon they'll start realizing that, oh man, now that I wasn't singing it right, man. This is how you sing it, and they start correcting you, innit, because they realize that they've got the knowledge.
The knowledge, bro. Guggen does a song that she butchers.
That was it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
go on. What is it?
It's a Jay-Z song.
Oh, and that probably annoys you. I can imagine that annoying you.
The thing is, I don't even know, bro. Because the thing is, all the people that we grew up watching or listening to are suddenly now turning out to not be very nice people, man. So it's just like, do we have to stop listening to all of their stuff? So listen to it now before you're told, "Oh, no, man."
I mean, Guggen.
He's the latest one now, isn't it? It's on the fucking spotlight.
Guggen's only butchering a song, bro. Yeah, these guys are butchering their own careers, and legacies.
Yeah, man.
So it's all good, man. It's all good.
So the song is Big Pimpin'.
Yeah, but fair.
So do you know she goes? I don't actually know the full words.
I know which,
but I know it's not what she sings. Like, I think it's Big Pimpin' spending G's.
Yeah.
Right? Big Pimpin' spending G's. Yeah. She sings it Big Pimpin' P-I-M-P. I'm like, no.
That's 50 Cent's song.
That's 50 Cent. That's 50 Pence's song, bruv.
The only noble one left. Who would have thought it?
50.
Speaking of songs, I just want to take you. I watched a film from probably. You mentioned a film just now, right? That Akshay Kumar film.
Make Hilali Tu
When
Anali.
was it? When was that?
I want to say that movie came out in 98.
Oh, this predates that.
Okay.
93. But I want to test.
93.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to play
I'll know it, bro.
a little clip.
Money to cover
Yeah.
shit, bro.
All right, man. Yeah. And then you tell me. I think you'll get it though, because your knowledge is there, isn't it, with this with the Bollywood, isn't it, bro? Well, you know what? The interesting thing is, you know, like if you wanted to watch a film back in the day, you have to go to obviously the fucking video shop, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to the band episode.
You can just get this film on demand, bro. Yeah, but I'll let you guess which platform after as well. Yeah. Or
so you can get this film on demand now?
Yeah, on demand. Yeah, on streaming for free. Yeah, but you won't believe which channel, which streaming platform. 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute. Technical. Ready? Excuse the laughter in the background.
That's Bazigar.
Yeah.
Of course, Bazigar is obvious, bro. We've spoken about Bazigar. It's your favorite movie of all time, man.
But anyway, that wasn't meant to come out that way. I was just meant to go. I didn't know that I recorded the most blatant bit of it.
Oh,
anyway, let down. But it was an ITV player, bro.
They've got Bazigar.
Yeah, they got a whole Bollywood section.
Wow,
mad, isn't it?
Is that for Christmas? They had that.
No, it's still there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Roger's gonna be like,
My plan for tomorrow evening, man. Catch up on some of those old classics.
It was.
Did you watch the whole movie?
Yeah, my little one, my oldest, she wanted to watch it, and my mother-in-law was down as well, so we watched it. And I realized, man, you know, some of the clothes they wear and some of the costumes, bro. Yeah, they look like they went to the costume shop for Halloween, bro. You remember how you know what? When I watched that film, that was 93, yeah? I was like 7 or 8 years old. 8 years old. That's when I realized how far Bollywood has come, man. It's mad. It's absolutely.
But wasn't that the kind of fashions that was in like Western movies?
No, I mean, like,
I think it's
so
they were doing their own weird things.
In one of the songs, he's wearing like a Zora costume, but it's like 10 sizes too big for him.
So not even the fit.
The fit, not the clothes are the clothes. At the end, that was the fashion back then. But it was it was more the costumes they were wearing, like the Zora outfits and certain scenes. But obviously, budget's a budget at the end, and the way that my daughter was like, when when the intro came in, where it says Bazigar, the actual title, and the way it was animated onto the screen. She was like, "How old is this film, Daddy? Like, were you born when?" I was like, "Yeah, I was born, man."
This was a cutting edge back then.
Yeah, this is like, look at that animation. You don't get that anymore. She was like, she asked me actually. So the aspect ratio. Yeah. Because you got the two,
square in it.
Yeah, you got the two black like taped lines. Yeah. She's like, what are these? What are these black lines, Daddy? Yeah. I was like, yeah.
That's so crazy, man.
And the songs lasted ages. They're like 5 minutes a song.
Songs are long in that movie.
Yeah. But anyway,
has it held the test of time?
Yeah, it has, man. I still enjoy watching it. I mean,
it's your favorite.
The storyline.
You're biased.
The storyline. I mean, there's a lot of comedy in that film. I didn't realize how much comedy there was in that film. From Johnny Lever.
Yeah, I remember because back then in Bollywood movies, they'd have like a whole side comedy story going on,
just lightening up the mood a bit.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be. Sometimes it's not even connected to the main movie. It's just like a completely separate story.
Yeah,
it's like what?
Yeah. But yeah, it was it's good watching it.
Okay, related to songs.
Okay,
seeing as we're now on that track. I was playing around with AI, and this is a second to follow your toilet public service announcement, this is another public service announcement, not related to toilet or sundial behavior, but related to AI.
Yeah.
Everyone should be using AI. And the reason I say this is because it's going to be part of everyone's lives going forward in the future. So whatever line of work you are, whatever you're doing, just take some time. Just mess around with any of the things that are out there. ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, any of these tools. Just try using them for anything and just see what comes back, because it will make things faster, more efficient, help you kind of in many, many other ways. And I'm saying it because of how important it is. As someone working in tech and seeing how disruptive this technology is going to be for everyone and everything, I just want to call out and say, look, if you aren't using it already, just start using it, even in a small way. It's not overwhelming. Don't be afraid of it. It's actually really cool, interesting, and worth spending the time on. And related to that, other thing I was doing because of that was, so there's this, you can now create your own music and you can create your own raps. So we have an entire Bruvcast rap that's been created. So I'm going to play it to you just to get some of your thoughts. And I shared it with you a while ago, but I think you might have forgotten it. So let me get into it. Yeah. Oh, that's me doing freestyling. So that's cool. Imagine if I played that. That's a freestyle I sent to Hiran, by the way. One day, maybe when we get comfortable enough with our listeners, I might play the freestyle. But that is definitely not what I wanted to play.
There was a restaurant.
Oh, no, that's not the one either. Here we go. This is the one.
To Gujarati bros from South London streets. Grew up together, now life's on repeat. Mike's ready, set record, there's never retreat. Broadcast in your ears, that's all beat. From curry shops to Brixton blocks, we roam. Laughing at the struggle, we made it our home. Southside stories, now our voices calm. Finding humor in the hustle, watch the phone. Share the struggle, find it funny. In the dark, making life feel sunny. Broadcast with love, ain't about the money. Tune in, laugh out, ain't a lovely honey. Brothers by fate, blood ink won't fade. Podcast nights in the shade, lemonade. Life gave us jokes, we ain't afraid. Mic check, laugh loud as echoes cascade. From the Wally lights to the big city freight. Chasing dreams, never going halfway. Time to on air, listen when we say. Laugh with us, brighten your day. Share the struggle, find it funny. In the dark, making life feel sunny. Broadcast with love, ain't about the money. Tune in, laugh out, ain't a lovely honey. Share the struggle, find it funny.
What do you think, man?
Mad. They're sick. Got a beat. I can't believe AI just did that.
AI did that. I created the lyrics, and I don't know if you can.
Did you
maybe
create the lyrics?
Sorry, I didn't create. I created the prompt for the lyrics.
It's mad.
So I was like, "Give me a rap about Bruvcast, Raj and Mick, and I want you to touch on these points." I don't know if it comes out because it didn't pronounce certain things, but I wanted it to talk about khichdi. What? I don't know, bro. I don't know where my mind works. I was like, well, how would I make this funny? I'm like, fuck it. I think I was making khichdi, or no, I wasn't. I made khichdi bruv, the other day. First time, I was so proud of myself. Yeah. But I wasn't making khichdi. I had khichdi on the mind, yeah, bruv. This it's the food of choice, yeah, for the little one. But yeah, I make and then yeah, so I threw khichdi in there. Then I was like, okay, throw khichdi in there, and then throw the fact that we're from South London, and throw the fact that we're best mates. We have a podcast. Make it like lively. Have a nice chorus. And it did it.
That is mad. Do you know what?
It's a catchy chorus as well. Yeah. I like the chorus.
Imagine if you like back in the day when you're trying to get something, you have to like put in some time, writing the lyrics down, exactly what you want, and then get a riff or a tune or whatever from someone to produce, and then you got to put it all together. Like kind of like Kieran got a DJ, right? From Shout Out Middle Fingers Up in it, but she got a really cool like chorus, like intro song.
Oh, your intro.
Yeah, and she's obviously got it from a DJ. Whereas this now just straight from AI, and it took I don't know how long it took you, but
didn't take long.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I mean. It's just AI is there to literally make your life easier now.
It's crazy, bro. I didn't think it would be that good. I didn't think I had low expectations of it, but then when I had, and I didn't. That's not the only version.
Yeah,
I got like a few different versions. I think that was the one that I liked the most.
Was that? But which AI tool did you use
to create that? I used Suno.
Okay.
Yeah, for anyone who's interested, mess around with it.
Yeah, I think it's scary because I'm using AI now more than actual Google itself, because just simply because obviously you got Google's version, right? And then now I don't know if we mentioned it, but anyway, I've been using obviously the most common one,
ChatGPT.
Yeah, just to get more prompts. But obviously, then I started testing. Like, I remember you mentioned Claude and Perplexity. So I started to do Perplexity, and I realized that there is there's some differences in terms of massive differences, actually, to be fair, which are pretty significant. And I actually started to prefer Perplexity to ChatGPT for certain things, but I actually like the simplicity of ChatGPT and how it actually just outlays it and simplifies everything. But Perplexity does the same thing as well. But it's a comfort thing, isn't it? When you're comfortable with the main one, then you move on to the other ones and start using it.
Yeah.
Haven't used Claude yet, but it is crazy. But then also, I always think to myself, and I'm going to ask you a question: do you think it can go the other way, and you can have an over reliance on certain things on AI as well?
I mean, this is the question that's going to keep coming up, man. Because I think with the advent of any technological like evolution, I would say this is a revolution, but like evolution, there's always going to be that. Oh well, that means are people going to become more stupid, or like are they going to just kind of outsource all their thinking to something else? Because you could say the same thing for calculators. Like calculators to a large degree have taken out the problem of having to do mental arithmetic.
Yeah.
Right. You can just now punch into this thing and it will give you the answer. I think AI is like on another level because it can basically think through pretty much anything for you. And I do feel like this is going to be the next challenge to kind of like figure out, well, what does this mean for everything else and what everyone else does, how much they have to think. I do think there's a risk of over reliance on it, but it is also, there's this, like from an AI principles standpoint, one thing that they say is garbage in and garbage out. So whatever you put in, if it's a trashy prompt, you're not going to get, so you really need to like kind of get good at asking it certain things, asking it again, getting it to check what you get, what the answers are that it gives out. And like that in itself is a little bit of a skill that needs to kind of happen. So it's not to the point where you can kind of like just have it do everything for you and not have to think about it. Like there is some thinking required, but it's a different, you're thinking at a different level now. And it's more of like a strategic thinking of like a problem or a task that you want done. How do you want it done? What's the context? What's the ideal output? And if you can, and then it's like kind of how do you give it all of these things and then get you the gold back that you need. So
also efficiency.
Yeah, I do think it is going to change like how we think.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just going to be like, oh yeah, no one's going to have to think about anything anymore.
No,
I think you still need to do that.
I think people will still it will help. I think I don't think it's one of those things that you have to use in moderation, but actually use it to make yourself more efficient. And that's
100%
definitely a plus point, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, even things like appealing a speeding ticket. Why would you waste the time in doing that? Just say, create me a template for a speeding ticket on this day.
Yeah.
Or better yet, upload the damn document and be like, I got this speeding ticket. Can you appeal it for me? And use whatever clause that you need in the highway code or whatever it is. And it'll be like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And it does it. Why would you have that kind of stuff? I don't mind that going off my... I don't need to think about writing those kind of things, bro. Yeah, it's admin stuff.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. You just mentioned something, all right? upload it, find every loophole, and I'm just being more detailed, right? You upload the speeding ticket, find a justification or an appeal, a loophole for me to exploit in my appeal so I can get out of the speeding ticket. You go think a higher level now, and people are going to start taking the law into their own hand. This is one of the scenarios, right? Like, if someone wants to find out, I don't know, man, about they're getting sued for something or whatever, and they're trying to figure out a way of battling something, they're going to use AI as a first hand to get out of something, right? And exhaust it before they go and appoint a lawyer or a legal representative. Because all the terminology, all the jargon is going to be there.
Anyone can understand it now. It's not only someone that's legal.
Because any legal jargon, fine, decode. Then you would be like, okay, I don't understand this. Decode this. Simplify it for me. Okay.
Right. You can even say, explain this legal document to me as if I was a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
And it'll do it. And it'll give you a hypothetical. Like, okay, imagine that you have a lemonade stand, and then this is what happens. That's what it does, though. If you take like a crazy concept, like there was something on quantum computing, and I didn't understand what it was about, and I still can't get my head around it because it's some weird stuff, right? So I was like, explain to me what quantum computing is, and I was like, no, explain it to me as if I was a 10-year-old. And it did some it's interesting because it just completely reframes things. So that is going to happen. And then that scenario that you said is going to happen.
Do you know someone who's nailed explaining things like a 10-year-old, as in just like the way how AI can simplify something? Stephen Bartlett, man.
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed in the latest, like his few latest episodes, if you think about every time he's speaking to someone different, he always asks, when he changes the subject to a certain topic, he asks a question about it, and the specialist who he's talking about, interviewing or whatever, they all explain what it is, and then he'll be like, how he'll just start to not interrogate him, but then start to ask him questions where it just simplifies it.
Yeah,
they have no choice but to simplify it because as an answer to his question, the way for example, investing, he basically used sand as as a prop, basically, to help simplify. Obviously, anyone who's listening to it couldn't obviously see it, but then if you're watching on YouTube or whatever, but use sand to simplify how investing works, basically. So now that's where everything's going, right? If there's like AI is coming in and simplifying any kind of jargon, any kind of, like you just said, any kind of topic, like, what was it? Quantum mechanics?
Quantum computing.
Yeah, quantum viewing, yeah? So then someone can, decode it, decipher it, and understand it better, and then feel more confident with it. And that pretty soon, they're just not going to need, people's, like you mentioned this the other day, right? Certain jobs are going to be
this is crazy.
Learning. People, obviously, there's going to be teachers out there, and obviously they're not going to be obsolete completely, but I feel like if people are going to educate themselves from the internet and then obviously using AI, etc., then where are we headed? That's what I don't
know, man. I don't know what jobs our kids are going to have. I have no idea. I think that will be determined in the next couple of years. I don't think it's going to be the jobs that we did. I don't think they're going to look very much like the jobs that we did, because you're seeing it now with the Copilot, like Microsoft Copilot, right? You're having these things that literally, I feel like you have an assistant, an expert sitting on your shoulder, looking at your screen and telling you what you should be doing. It's like, what? Anyway, it is worth playing around with. It is worth just kind of like exploring and trying things out. There's so many resources, so many tools out there. Don't get overwhelmed. Just give it a go and see and maybe make a rap about khichdi and send it to us, and we'll play it out next time. I think that's us, man.
Yeah, man.
We talked about toilets. We talked about
90s music,
butchering songs, librarians.
We went all over the gaff today.
Now AI. Well, this is what you sign up for. This is why you come back.
You just don't know what you're gonna get.
You just don't know what you're gonna. You just don't know where. You don't know. You know what? I used to think about that with Simpsons episodes.
Yeah.
You know, a Simpsons episode, when it's the first 10 minutes of a Simpsons episode, is so different to where it ends up. I always found that when I was watching that show, I was like, wait, hold on. They started in this completely different, but you're engaged all the way to the end. Genius, man.
Is it still going on?
I think it is, yeah. It can't hold my attention very long now.
No. I used to love it, but now
I used to love it, bro. It's Tuesdays, 60 p.m. After Neighbours. Yeah. I know the timeline, bro. It was News Around Neighbours and then Simpsons. And then if you're maybe Fresh Prince would come on Channel 4. What was after that? Then it was 6:30. Then it was time for having food. Then we EastEnders in our house.
And then in bed.
Nah. We didn't really have like a proper schedule. But it was we weren't Coronation Street or Emmerdale household.
No.
Were you EastEnders?
But I was ZTV all the way, bro. Yeah.
You know, bro.
I didn't watch it, but that's all that was going on.
Really? So there was no like...
Nah. My dad, do you know what? I think what happened was my dad used to watch Knight Rider, Dallas, and EastEnders back in the day, and Neighbours. Yeah. I think all of that went out the window after he got the shop, and I think when me and my sister were born, and that's it. And then all of that went out the window when TV Asia started back in the day.
Oh yeah.
That's it. After that, he had Sky all the way, bruv, and then he had ZT. You know, all the Indian.
Then it's done.
And the corruption and the brainwashing and all that stuff started, bruv.
I think Amitabh Bachchan bought that, or he had that. That was his channel.
TV Asia.
I think so.
Yeah, it started with he bought it mainly because of the cricket used to be on there.
Yeah,
back in the day, and then yeah, man, then it was all finished.
I still remember the logo.
Yeah,
it was like a sun. And 3 lines and a couple of lines, and then it was in a diamond shape.
Yeah.
There was so much hype when that channel. I remember we got cable for that. We didn't even. There was not Sky. We got cable installed for that.
Yeah. We had. I remember he got Sky because it was an Amstrad box. Remember because Amstrad.
Oh yeah.
Because, and then, do you know what? I you know when people go, oh, you got Sky, or you got, you know when you got cable, isn't it? Back in the day, and then it's like, oh, and then it's such a big, massive thing, and then after that, Sky One. That's when you know Simpsons. That's when the channels started to roll out a bit. Like Sky Sports started to come, and you had Sky One because that's where Simpsons used to, I think.
Is Sky One a channel anymore?
I don't even know, man. I don't even have it.
I think it's Sky Premiere now.
I feel like we've gone full circle. Yeah, so I have none of that. Yeah, I got no Sky now. Yeah, nothing. Gone.
Really?
All of it finished. Yeah, back now we're in next level when we're on streaming, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Okay, yeah.
It's mad. Full circle. But I'm trying to get the girls into more terrestrial TV, like Strictly Come Dancing, and then there's this thing you'd love, called Traitors.
I saw one episode of that.
You didn't like it?
I wasn't hooked on it.
Fair. I felt you because you love playing Villages and Mafia.
I love that game.
You know what? We've been playing a different variation with cards and everything.
Oh really?
Yeah. So my brother-in-law's got it. So it's exactly like that, but it's got next levels to it. Yeah.
Other characters.
Yeah. So you've got a seer. Yeah.
Seer is basically a mafia, though.
No. Seer is a villager.
Yeah.
So and then there's another one. There's another card as well, a witch. Yeah, and then there's one more as well. But yeah, it's just my eldest has really got into it, and I was like, oh, you need to play this with you.
I want to play that, man. I used to love that game.
Yeah. You introduced it, innit?
Bro, we played the basic version, which is like everyone is given an M or a V, and you're either a villager or you're a mafia.
Yeah.
If you are a mafia, your job is to vote out all the villagers. If you are a villager, your job is to identify and vote out the mafia. And then you just open your eyes, and then you just have to. It's just a game of like, oh, I think it's you because you were laughing when everyone opened their eyes, whatever, right? We used to play this so much with my gaga and like my cousins and stuff. I remember one time my kaka got so heated, bruv. He goes, innocent people are going to die.
Because someone's trying to kill him off, yeah?
I was trying to kill him up, bruv. He was not having it. He was clutching, man. He was clutching at straws, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That was funny, man. It was good, man. Those games are fun.
It was a good game. It was a good game. But yeah, anyway, trying to get back on terrestrial TV, I think it helps them, especially at school as well, with their friends as well. Like, because
just consistency, isn't it? Everyone's talking about something.
It goes back to being alienated, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but aren't they talking about like series and stuff?
Yeah, that's it. They talk about series and stuff.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think that's us for today. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Anonymous Patel or Anonymous Patel. Sab Patel.
I am Patel.
That's like the movie I Am Khan.
Yeah.
What would it be about? If there was a movie called I Am Patel, what would it be about? It would be about a guy having a corner shop in it. It would be like the day in the life. Go guess and carry. Savarna guess and carry.
Do you know they do that at some companies now? Right?
Well, I Am Patel.
No, A Day in the Life.
Yeah, that would be the movie. Yeah. A movie called I Am Patel would be okay. It would be like dramatic music.
I'm telling you, I should have done that with my dad. I should have followed him to Cash and Gary with a camera, and let him
like The Office.
Yeah, dictate his day. That would have gone viral. And then he's arguing with someone in the shop because someone's saying, "Boss man, let me off 10p." And he's like, "Hey, cut, cutting. Edit."
Yeah, Anonymous Patel, shout out, thank you. And also for any of your other listeners, please send us a question or comment or anything. I'm more than happy to read it out and answer any questions that you have. We will see you same time next week. Share the struggle, find the funny, and see you later, people. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Two Gujarati bros from South London streets grew up together, now life's on repeat. Mic's ready, set, record, let's never retreat. Bruvcast in your ears, that's our beat. From curry shops to Brixton, Blood Sweet Rome, laughing at the struggle, we made it our home. Southside stories, let our voices comb. Find humor in the hustle, watch the phone. Share the struggle, find the funny. In the dark, making life feel sunny. Bruvcast with love, ain't about the money. Tune in, laugh out, ain't that lovely, honey? Brothers by fate, blood, ink won't fade. Podcast nights in the shade, lemonade. Life gave us jokes, we ain't afraid. Mic check, laugh loud as echoes cascade. From the Wally lights to the big city freight. Chasing dreams, never going halfway. Banter on air, listen when we say. Laugh with us, brighten your day. Share the struggle, find the funny. In the dark, making life feel sunny. Bruvcast with love, ain't about the money. Tune in, laugh out, ain't that lovely, honey? Gujarati bros raised on Kid Tree. Spice in the air, man, that's how we history. Masala in the mix, in the streets we flex. Bruvcast in your ear, what's coming next? Share the struggle, find the funny. In the dark, making life feel sunny. Bruvcast with love, ain't about the money. Tune in, laugh out, ain't a lovely, honey? From the land of Carco's tales, we keep it real. Talking mental health, life and how we feel. We got jokes and wisdom, rap tight and beats. Come and vibe with the family, taking seats. Share the struggle, find the funny. In the dark, making life feel sunny. Bruvcast with love, ain't about the money. Tune in, laugh out, ain't that lovely, honey?